So, Danielle, I see you're taking over my job according to the script you wrote. Is there a reason for that?
Oh, nope. Must have used a template for when you weren't here last. Yeah.
Well, I thought, being my last meeting, you wanted to take over my job. So, okay. Okay. That is like
Not a chance.
This committee of adjustment meeting held on November the 30th, 2022, come to order at 7:03. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Vanderwill, seconded by Webster. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Disclosure of pecuniary interest. Are there any disclosures this evening? I see none. Thank you. Okay, we have to go back to the Committee of Adjustment minutes dated October 24th. So Henry, Rick, and Lauren were the three who were individuals at that meeting. So may I have a mover and a seconder to adopt those minutes of August the 24th? Moved by Cooney, seconded by Vanderwill. All in favor? Carried. There you go, Danielle. We got October out of the way, or August out of the way.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to the Committee of Adjustment meetings dated October 26, 2022. Any concerns or questions? I see none. May I have a mover and a seconder then that the Committee of Adjustment minutes held dated October 26, 2022 be adopted as presented. Moved by Webster, seconded by Kennedy. All in favor? I'm sorry, Patty, you can't second that. You weren't there. Here. Vanderwill. All in favor? Okay, carried. Thank you. So October 26th is now approved as well. Welcome to this Committee of Adjustment meeting to allow the public an opportunity to express their views regarding the proposed minor variances and consents within the Township of Springwater. Each applicant and their agent, if applicable, will be given the opportunity to present the applications to the committee and public. Additional information on each of the applications, including in a presentation materials, is available in the committee agenda on the Township website. Following, those members of the public who registered to make oral submissions prior to 5:30 p.m. yesterday, November 29, 2022, will be given an opportunity to do so. All oral submissions will be included in this meeting's minutes and form part of the public record, including the name and addresses of the speakers as information collected under the Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act. The minutes of the meetings will be posted on the Township website. All comments or questions should be addressed through the chair. I'll now ask the Secretary Treasurer to please introduce the first application, item number 4.1 on the agenda.
Thank you, Chair Gannon. Item 4.1 on the agenda is minor variance application A4022, submitted by Stuart Hall, owner of lands known municipally as 2580 Sunnydale Road. The purpose and effect of the application is to facilitate the expansion of a legal non-conforming use, a single detached dwelling. Applicant is seeking relief from zoning bylaw 5000 to permit an increase in the existing dwelling volume, height, and usable floor area to accommodate a second-story addition. Proposed addition requires relief from section 3.28.4 of zoning bylaw 5000.
Thank you. Has there been any additional comments or correspondence that have been received?
The Nottawasaga Valley Conservation Authority reviewed the application and has no objection to its approval. And the Deputy Treasurer for the Township stated no concerns and made comment that supplemental taxes will apply based on additional assessment value after completion.
Thank you. May I have the applicant introduce themselves and tell us what it is that they're looking for.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Yeah, I'm looking for just my family. We're looking just to have a little bit more room. We've got no, as it is at the minute, we have no access to the backyard. We have to go out the front of our house and walk all the way around, which is not ideal. We just want somewhere upstairs for our kids so that we can live there for the next 25 years or to the end of my days, whichever comes first. So yeah, we're new to the area we're from Barrie. We really like our plot of land that we got, and we just want to make sure that it fits our needs. And hopefully, like I said, we can stay there for the rest of our lives.
Okay, thank you. Committee, any questions, comments, or concerns? Go ahead, Member Cooney.
This is to staff for some clarification with regards to the zoning bylaw. If I could, through Dennis, just clarifying I guess the no changes to the ground floor area. They are proposing a covered deck in the front and a covered deck in the rear of the building, which would require footings I would anticipate to carry the roof load. Just wondering how that complies with the bylaw. And I'm only looking for clarification on how that is not included in the expansion of the footing area or base area.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Planner Belcourt.
Thank you, Member Cooney. Through you, Chair Gannon, could I direct that question to Stuart, as I believe he does have something to add there regarding the decks?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sorry, yeah, that has been taken out of the plans. We're not having a deck on the back with the overhang. That has been the new plans that were put in, show that this was taken off. And they were on the original plans, along with a full second floor, which would have been another 2,000 square feet, but we reduced them all right down to 1,000 square feet. So it's only actually in the middle of the house, and we are not having any decks put up.
Okay, so just to clarify, the deck in the front and the back.
No, yeah, there's not.
Oh, okay, thank you. I just was trying to understand the bylaw and how it worked with those two additions. Thank you.
No, we're staying to the original footprint of the house.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Seeing none, I have a motion then for application A40/22. That the Committee of Adjustment, having given consideration to the applicable provisions of Section 45 of the Planning Act, the official plan of the Township of Springwater, the characteristics of the land in question and its surroundings, as addressed in the planning report on the application dated November 30th, 2022, correspondence received and information presented at the hearing held on November 30th, 2022, and discussion on the matter, hereby approve application A40/22 as applied for. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Webster, seconded by Kennedy. All in favor? Motion is carried. Your motion is carried, sir. There's a 20-day appeal period, and after that, you can talk to the township about your building permit.
Perfect. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
No problem.
Have a good day.
You as well. Will the Secretary Treasurer please introduce the next application, item number 4.2 on the agenda?
Thank you, Chair Gannon. Item 4.2 on the agenda is minor variance application A4222, submitted by D. Baxter on behalf of S. Baker, owner of lands known municipally as 93 Queen Street West. The purpose and effect of the application is to permit the construction of a 113.71 square meter, 1,224 square foot detached accessory building, a garage, that will result in the exceedance of the maximum total area provision of bylaw 5000. The applicant is requesting a maximum ground floor area of all accessory buildings and structures, the proposed garage and existing shed, of 121.15 square meters, 1,304 square feet, whereas section 5.3.13 permits a maximum of 65 square meters, 699.65 square feet.
Thank you. Any additional correspondence or comments that have been received?
Yes, the Nottawasaga Valley Conservation Authority reviewed the application and does not support the application as presented. NVCA recommends deferral of any approval of this application until the applicant can provide NVCA staff with sufficient documentation to support the proposed development. The Deputy Treasurer for the township stated no concerns and made comment that supplemental taxes will apply based on additional assessment value after completion.
Thank you. Is the applicant on our board here tonight?
Yes,
Mr. Baxter, you have heard that the NVCA is asking us to suggest deferral. Do you wish deferral or do you wish to proceed?
well, I would like to proceed, but I know
Go
they
ahead.
have,
Go right ahead. Explain to us what it is that you're looking for.
oh, I just want to build a garage, to store seasonal vehicles and stuff like that, and have like a little workshop and stuff like that.
Committee, questions, comments, concerns? We'll start with Mr. Webster. You're muted, Rick.
Hold on. Am I still muted?
Still muted. Can't hear you. Member Kennedy, we'll let you go ahead while Rick figures out what's going on.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, through you to staff, I'd like some clarification on the easement to be retained on this property. I understand that a portion of the easement is going to be retained. I'm just curious what the access for that easement will be.
Go ahead, Planner Belcourt.
Thank you, Chair Gannon, through yourself to Member Kennedy. The property owner has been working with Infrastructure and Operational Services, who oversees all infrastructure in the township, including wastewater and sanitary sewers. My understanding, I don't have a comprehensive understanding, but my understanding, the former or existing easement is to access a former lift station that has since been decommissioned now that the new lift station has been activated and commissioned earlier this year. So there's a portion of the easement that they are dissolving, and they're working through that with legal at present. The portion that is to remain is related to sanitary sewer, and that is all the detail I have at this point.
Thank you. Member Kennedy, you satisfied with that? It sounds like they're abandoning the easement. Is that-
Yeah, they're abandoning a portion of the easement, and I'm just curious as to what the wording for the requirement for that easement is on title, and where this easement connects to, where the access is going to be from. I'm looking for some more clarification. I've never seen a partial amount of an easement on a property be dissolved by a municipality. Either you're going to dissolve and remove the entire easement, and any infrastructure that would have been in it would have been removed. So I just want some clarification from staff with regards to what this easement is being retained as a parcel, a part on this parcel for. And it doesn't seem like planning staff has an answer to that. So I would appreciate knowing that, from my perspective, knowing that the NVCA has suggested deferral of this. I'm in agreement with that. And as part of that deferral, I would like some more information from the operations staff with regards to what is contained in this easement. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Baxter, do you have more information that you can help us out with here regarding the easement and the abandonment of it?
Well, the one part of the easement was to be like an access to the old building that was back in behind our neighbor's garage. And they built the new lift station, so they don't need to access it anymore. But the one spot back there, there is like a manhole or a sewer access hole that it's back near the back of the property. That's why they don't want me going back there, but it's nowhere near where I'm not building back that far anyways. So they wanted to keep that part just because of that one sewer access hole.
So is that easement through the front of your property, the back of your property, the side of your property? How do they get to it?
They either walk down the side or like walk down the front to it or something, like just down the side of the property. There's still 18 feet of property from my neighbor's driveway to where the garage is going to be, that they can access it back that way. Or they can go around through the new easement building or the new lift station, go around back where they still have the property where they got rid of the other thing, and then come up from the back onto that, into that sewer
Manhole. Okay.
Yeah.
Senator Belcourt, did you want to comment on that?
Yeah, thank you, Chair Gannon. That's my understanding as well. The former lift station, as the applicant has stated is in behind the neighboring house and is connected to the new lift station property. My understanding is that the access would come from the rear, and that's why a full easement is not required. As I noted, infrastructure and operational services and legal is fully reviewing this and will ensure all township interests are protected in that regard.
Thank you. Member Webster, go ahead.
Hope, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Great. I would urge applicant Baxter to defer in order to avoid another application costs, et cetera, until the easement issue and the Nottawasaga Valley's comments are worked out. There's too many things can go awry here, so I would urge the applicant to defer. Thank you.
Thank you. Member Vanderwielen, go ahead.
Through you, Chair, to the applicant, and I agree that we should defer this, but when I was there, I prefer, like, when I come to these sites, is that it's marked with stakes where the actual garage is going. In this case, where the garage is going. I did not see that. I met your daughter when I went to do the site visitation, and she says, yeah, it's going here. But if it could be staked showing where it's going, I prefer that. Thank you.
I can
Member Cooney, go ahead.
stake it. Oh, did you say for me to go ahead?
No, Member Cooney,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Thank you. Through the chair to the applicant, I concur with my other members of the committee here that it would be in best interest perhaps to defer until the Conservation Authority has had a chance to actually review and support the application if they are going to. I do have the same concerns as Member Kennedy with regards to the easement and the removal of portions of it. It's not clear whether an existing sewer is remaining on the property or not. It's not clear if there's an easement on the adjacent property owner's property for access. And it's not clear from infrastructure whether they need additional lands if there is a sewer there, if it has to be dug up, where they're going to cast their material, because if they don't have enough room, they will have to remove the soil and then dump it out on the street somewhere and then return it. It just doesn't make common sense for excavation. So I want to make sure that infrastructure and operations has really considered this application and removal of the easement, because it's not clear in any of the comments received today. That's my position.
Thank you. Mr. Baxter, you heard all of the committee members suggesting that you defer this until the NVCA has got their answers, which are obviously numerous because they're looking for a lot of information, and that you definitely have the easement issue resolved with the township. Are you prepared to ask us to defer the matter to the next available meeting?
Yeah.
Thank you. This matter is therefore deferred to the next available meeting. Secretary Treasurer will note that. Thank you.
All right, Chair Gannon, we just need a mover and a seconder for that motion.
I have a mover and seconder to defer. Member Cooney, Member Kennedy. All in favor? Thank you. Motion is carried. Ask the Secretary Treasurer now to please introduce the next application, item 4.3 in the agenda.
Thank you, Chair. Item 4.3 on the agenda is minor variance application A4422 submitted by Paul McBride, owner of lands known municipally as 1216 Ann Street North. The purpose and effect of the application is to permit a towing compound as an accessory permitted use to the existing motor vehicle repair garage on the subject property. The applicant is requesting that an accessory towing compound be added as a permitted use in the MO4 zone under section 27.2.2 of zoning bylaw 5000.
Thank you. Any additional correspondence or comments that have been received?
Yes, the Nottawasaga Valley Conservation Authority has reviewed the application and has no objection to its approval. And the Deputy Treasurer for the township stated no concerns and made comment that supplemental taxes may apply if additional assessed value is added, and development charges will apply if any structures are added to the property.
Thank you. Can I have the applicant introduce themselves and explain what it is that you're looking for tonight? Mr. McBride, do you want to go ahead?
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. My name is Paul McBride and I'm the owner of Springwater Garage located at the Ann and Snow Valley Road here. And we're a repair shop and we're growing, and we wish to provide our customers with a towing compound. They're kind of asking us about that. And I hired the environmental people and they gave the results to the NVCA there, and the compound's totally enclosed with cameras and lights and secured, and we live here on site, and it's monitored 24/7 pretty well. So that's kind of what we're looking for here. Our customers are wanting a safe place for their vehicles when they get in accidents, and our compound is what they want to put them in.
Thank you. Are there any members of the public registered to make any oral submissions this evening?
Thank you. There are no members of the public who have registered to make an oral submission.
Thank you. Committee members, any questions, comments, concerns? Member Webster, go ahead.
I wish Ann Street North was paved.
Boy, I couldn't agree there. Boy, I've been waiting for 25 years or so for that one.
Mr. McBride, it was one of the conditions that should have been added to the Midhurst secondary plan that didn't get added, and I apologize. And with the closing of Wilson Road for months and all the traffic that went down that road, including mine, I apologize for it not being paved.
Well, that's very nice of you to say that, because they've been grading it about once a week here.
Yeah, we should get a move on with that, and call your counselor and everybody else you can think of and get it on the agenda. That road needs to be paved, period.
Thank you very much. Very good. We're speaking again, but I don't hear him now.
Any other members of the committee have any comments or questions? Seeing none, I have a resolution then for A4422 that the Committee of Adjustment, having given consideration of the applicable provisions of Section 45 of the Planning Act, the official plan of the Township of Springwater, characteristics of the land in question and its surroundings as addressed in the planning report on the application dated November the 30th, 2022, the correspondence received and information presented at the hearing held on November 30th, 2022, and discussion on the matter, hereby approve application A4422 as applied for. May I have a mover and a seconder, please? Moved by Webster, seconded by Vanderwillen. All in favor? Motion is carried. There you go, sir. 20 days appeal period.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated, everybody. Thank you.
No problem. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Next, is there any other business to discuss this evening? Oh, there's Director Spagno. He wants to talk to us.
Yes, Chair Gannon, I do.
Okay, we're busy now, so.
Okay, I'll turn this off. I think just under other business, on behalf of staff, recognizing that this will most likely be the last time that we see this together. I'd like to thank yourself, Chair Gannon, and all the committee members for your commitment and all the hard work that you put into attending these meetings, reviewing the reports, challenging staff with questions, and really for all of your volunteer work that you put into as part of this Committee of Adjustment for the last term. And then in addition to that, just to inform you that there will be a volunteer appreciation night that'll occur around the third week of April of 2023. And that will be on National Volunteer Day, or Volunteer Week, I believe. So I think, just as I said, on behalf of staff, we appreciate all of your hard work and we thank you for everything. And we hope that everybody has a great Christmas And we also wish you all the best in the happy new year, or in the new year for 2023. Hopefully, there are better times coming down the pipe for 2023 based on what we've had to experience over the last 3 years. So thank you.
Thank you, Director Spagnol. I'd like to go around the room here, and we'll start with Member Kennedy. Anything that you wish to say?
Thank you, Dennis. I just, again, it's been a pleasure, guys. It's been challenging. I appreciate everybody's input, and hopefully everybody appreciated mine. Hopefully everybody has a healthy next year and a good holiday season. And yeah, we'll see you around.
Thank you. Henry?
Yeah, no, I appreciate being on the committee. It's been a learning experience for me, first time on. And, yeah, I've enjoyed it. And it's been great working with staff and the committee. And yeah, same thing. Wish everybody a safe and happy Christmas, and also safe and happy, healthy new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. Lauren?
It's, thank you. I want to thank staff for putting up with me for the last 10 years and probably pushing you to the limits on quite a few questions and issues. But thank you for enlightening me on quite a few items as well with the zoning bylaw. And I wish you all the best in the new year and a very happy Christmas. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. Mr. Webster?
Oh, thank you, Chair Gannon. Yeah, at times I think we have patience. We have patience, and sometimes we don't. I'd like to thank staff for me personally when I don't have patience. Some of the background that I come forward with is, I guess, baggage of some nature. So when I bring it up and we deal with it, I'm grateful for the opportunity and the respect that we show each other on this committee and on councils going forward. And certainly the staff works diligently and with integrity, and they are our friends and our neighbors in this municipality. So I bid you adieu. It's been a great run. I've had time on council, and I've had time on committee of adjustment, and I've got to know you all really well, and I've got to know a lot of staff members really well, and hopefully they got to know me really well. And I wish you all the best in the future, and a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a very happy New Year.
Thank you. Well, this is obviously my last meeting because I didn't apply to go back, and it's been an interesting 8 years. As Lauren and I guess, are the old guys on the group. But 4 years as a committee member and 4 years as chair. Couldn't have done it without Danielle, Brianna, Ariel, Chris, and Brent. It's obviously you are a formative team. You need more help. There is no question about that. That has always been my understanding, is that their planning department is overworked and understaffed. There's no question that you guys have done admirable jobs, especially in this last 4 years with the challenges that we've got. And to Patty, Henry, Lauren, and Rick, it's been a pleasure working with you for the last 4 years as well. I put this job out as a one year as chair so that everybody could have an opportunity at that. But for some reason, I got reelected 3 more times. So I'm not too sure how that works, but.
You were so good at it, Dennis.
Worked good, Dennis. It worked good.
Yeah, thanks.
I took one meeting, Dennis. I took one meeting. Come on now.
Oh, okay.
That one wasn't so good, but anyways.
It has been a definite pleasure. Obviously, you know that my commitment to this township continues. I will continue to do what is best for my community, which is all of Springwater, as the years go on. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your families. And I wish the new committee the best And I know that under the hands of Danielle, Brianna, Ariel, Chris, and Brent, they will. And with that, may I have a motion to adjourn this committee meeting at 7:32. Moved by Webster, seconded by Kennedy. All in favor for the last time? Passed. Thank you. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you,
Right.
everyone. Night.
All the
Bye,
best.
everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.
You everyone.
New Year, guys.
Have a great holiday season.
You too. Go to
And
Girls
remember,
Boat Parade.
Anton,
Yeah.
remember Anton Mills has a tree lighting next weekend and a Santa Claus parade the following day. And hopefully, Mr. Vander Willen will be bringing his tractor again, because I asked him, but he hasn't answered me yet.
I'm just answering you right now. It's in the shop, getting lights put on it.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Menacing has their tractor parade next weekend too.
Yeah, I gotta
Oh,
do it. I have to do
Yeah,
it
it's
at
awesome.
Have to do it Friday night, and then I'll come to Ann Mills on Sunday.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
Good.
Great.
Take care, everybody.
Take care,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Night all.